it's JQ Crafty. Welcome to my channel. Today we are working with 30 Days of Sketches with Cristy from Cristy's Beautiful Life 8 and Scraptember 2021. Today is day 11. Beautiful sketch you saw earlier, and the focus is Enamel Dots or what are they called? Nuvo drops. Well, I decided I really liked the wreath idea, so I went ahead and grabbed my Paige Evans Wonders paper pad, and I have the paper pad and I have some ephemera. I took a lot of the solid papers and some of the pattern papers, and I used this layered flower cut file from Confessions of a Paper Addict. I will have it linked down below. And I cut 3 different colors out for leaves, and I put them all together. And then I did 5 different colors, or 5 different papers, and you can see them, and I made flowers. And I will put some enamel dots or Nuvo drops in the middle. I haven't decided which, but all I did, so here you can see the patterns. I have this pink pattern. I had the solid darker pink. I had the solid lighter pink, the orangey color, and then the golden yellow. And so far all I've done, I've got an avalanche going on. My room is a freaking mess. All I did was kind of ruffle up the edges and then glue down the center. And I just found, I just cut a bunch out. There's, like I said, 5 pieces to each flower. You don't have to use them all. 5 pieces to each flower, and then I did 5 colors, so that way I could mix and match however I wanted. Every flower ended up having at least one of each pattern, which was my goal. Somehow my leaves, I think because I didn't do the right amount, my leaves, I have a couple of them, like this one's no yellow, and this one didn't get the floral pattern. So I got a little off, but I figured I might not even use all the leaves. I might use just some of them, so that I'm not too worried about. So there's those. So those are all those pieces. And then I have these lovely Bella Boulevard puffy stickers. So I'll probably use some of those. So we'll keep out the orange, the green, the white, and of course the pink. I don't think I need the blue, that blue or green. No, we'll just do the pink. Okay. We got those. I can get some Nuvo drops out. We'll see what we come up with, but we got to make our wreath. I got to cut down these lovely photos of my niece on her first birthday. I figured these would be good ones to crop because I will have another page that'll go with it with a bigger photo, so we can see all of it. But these ones are all about her digging into her cake. So let's get started. After the time it took to do the cut files and then assembling the flowers, the rest of the layout actually comes together really quickly, and it's all about just playing and seeing what works and what looks best. So the majority of the time was putting together those flowers, and that really didn't take that long. After I got them all cut out, I just sat and watched some YouTube actually and glued them together. So, and I think it only took like a video or 2. Wasn't that bad. Since I was using the Wonders collection, I figured I'd get out the paper pad, and I was all set to go try to find a circle plate somewhere to draw an outline for my wreath, because we own square plates. So funny enough, I don't have a circle plate to trace, but I came across this pattern paper in the paper pad, and I was like, it's like the basis of a wreath anyway. So we're going to use this, and some of it does peek out in the end. Not a ton of it, but it's one of those things, like, I probably wouldn't have used it much anyway, but I like the amount that peeks out in parts of the wreath. It turns out really cute. And so I'm just arranging everything the way I think it would look good, and then we'll start gluing things down and popping things up, and then adding all the little finishing details. So right now I've decided I need to matte my photos. I did matte the entire layout on white as well, just because that was a very saturated pink that's in the background. I wanted some sort of border, and I typically do a border of some kind on all my layouts. If it's not a drawn border, sewn border, some sort of paper border. If it's on 0 of them, I usually just matte the entire layout. Something about just framing it, in my eye, I like the way that looks best.
for me. There's some people who do layouts and they don't do any of that, and I think their layout looks amazing. It doesn't look like it's going to fly off the page, so it's like a finishing thing that I have to do. So I'm popping the photos up, and I will pop up just a couple of the flowers, but after I get them matted down, I'm going to layer the photos and then get them up on some foam, and then we're going to start gluing. So today is day 11. That's awesome. We're like a little over a third of the way done with the month, which is crazy. I'm not as far ahead as I hoped I would be, but I'm farther ahead than I have been in the past year. So that's a win. This one was super fun. I signed up to be the one featured today that was joining in. So that is that. And I'm trying to think if there was somebody else that was featured today. I don't think so. I think just me. But of course, there's always the people that are playing along every day and the awesome creators of this month event, which are Cristy from Cristy's Beautiful Life and Laura Alberts and the Scrappy Sisters. Everybody will be linked down below, as well as this COD file, because it's pretty fun. So after I get all the florals figured out, now I'm grabbing my enamel dots because I decided I want to do centers that are enamel dots instead. I have a bunch of just random ones I've gotten from Hobby Lobby. You can go and get just solid colored sheets, and they come with some variations. The one I'm doing right now is the pink and the purple, or is it just different pinks and red? I don't remember. I can't see it. There's a window that I'm looking at blocking down low. But I was thinking about doing orange and yellow as well, but I wasn't liking the color of the yellow and the orange enamel dots I had. So I do put an orange one down eventually in the center, and I don't like it. So I'm going to get all of them glued down first, and then I'll start popping enamel dots. And I end up just going with the deep pink I have there and then the lighter pink. I really like these little puffy stickers from Bella Boulevard. They're super fun to tuck in, and I think they just add that little bit of something around my layout. Oh yeah, I screwed up. Somehow when I moved that, I ripped paper, so I'm trying to cover it up, and then I end up moving things over and putting a leaf there anyway because I really liked a leaf. The way that looked, it filled it out. I wasn't sure about putting my title in the center. I end up finding a little ephemera piece that I will use as the title and just kind of plop it down low with the lower photos. I like that better than doing it in the center, just because I don't know, it didn't look right. I did find one option that you'll see. I will kind of put it in the center while I'm looking through the rest of the ephemera pieces that I have for the Wonders collection. But it just didn't turn my crank. It looked okay. I mean, it wasn't like it was like, oh, that's awful. But it didn't go with what I wanted to do. And so, here I'm finding places to tuck some of the leaves, taking up some of those puffy stickers I already put down, and then I'll just shift them around. And I like the addition of the leaves in there to give that pop of green, just to add something else to the photos and the layout. Otherwise, you can definitely, obviously, because of the background, the pinks are the main color, but I like that there's a little bit of orange, a little bit of red, or like the deeper burgundy and a little bit of yellow, and then these pops of green with the leaves. So here, I'm going to cover up that oops on the paper with that leaf instead and move that puffy sticker to the inside, because then it matches the one that's on the other side of the wreath. Yeah, so symmetry, right? And because I did this wreath, I think, on this paper, and I didn't draw my own circle, this is probably the most round wreath I've ever made. I don't do a lot of wreaths in scrapbooking, not really. So it was fun to be able to do one today, just because, I don't tend to do them very often. But not a lot of rocket science here. Not a lot of crazy and like new things. It just was plunking and finding places to put things. After I get all that done, I'm going to, go ahead and go around with some Nuvo drops. I have some vintage drops. I really like them because they're matte finish. They're some of my favorite. I have, this one's just called Chalk, I think. Chalk Stick, yep. And then I'm using Dusty Rose, another one. I like 3 Dusty Rose, I feel like, Nuvo drops. I have like a crystal one, a vintage one, and another one. I have like that color. So here are some close-ups here in a second. Thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you watching every day if you are, and subscribing if you have. I really, really love the comments, and we will see you tomorrow. Thanks, guys. Bye.